Namaste. Today I am going to share with you something that has occurred to me few weeks back, and I was wondering, I was pondering over it, and I thought that let us share with my friends so that we can explore it together. So what is that? So I was thinking that human body is made up of trillions of cells. Okay, so trillions of cells we are. In fact, it's not wrong if I say that I am the cell. So instead of saying that I am made up of trillions of cells, okay, fact is that we are made up of trillions of cells. Now the question is how each and every cells are connected and how they communicate, that is very important. So I was wondering how these cells communicate with each other. Of course, medically there are a lot of things that has been explained as to exactly how they communicate with each other. So like the cell of the brain is very much aware of what is happening in the toe or what is happening in the fingers. So each cell knows each other and they work in like in a very orchestra kind of a thing, no, like a orchestra, it's a musical band which works together. So like that, that is what how they communicate with each other. So medical science says a lot of things like endocrine hormones are there, they act like a messenger, they establish a communication between the cells, even the nerves. Okay, the nerves, the sensory and the motor nerves, there are different nerves that also helps in the communication. There are a lot of neurotransmitter chemicals, so there is a lot of things which helps in the communication. So that is at the biological level. So they communicate each other. And I always see that, this I see that wherever the communication breaks, okay, wherever the communication breaks, the disorder happens. So what is a disorder? It is the snapping of communication. So how disorder are healed? It is re-establishing the communication. Now how do that? How we do re-establishing the communication? Re-establishing the communication, one way of doing it is like, see, one way of doing is by giving medicines. So like allopathy or like Ayurveda, there are different forms of medicines that are being given. So these medicines which are in synthetic and chemical forms, when they are into the body, they try to rekindle, they try to re-establish the communication, and your disorder is cured. Now, is there any other way through which this communication is established, and where this communication breaks, the disorder happens? In the context of acupressure, I would say. Now, there is another form of also communication, I would say, where each cell communicate with each other, and which is, what is that thread that helps in communication? That is what is I would like to reflect upon, right? I would like to explore, and I request that let us explore it this together. That is allopathy, biological aspect, and it's a very in a gross state. But is there something very fine, very subtle that is pervading, that is I mean everywhere in the body? That is the prana. What we call Indians prana, the Japanese chi or the Chinese ki, or the other people call it vitality, bioenergy, bioelectricity. So this prana, in fact, is a is the link that establish a communication between each and every cell. So it is there everywhere. It's like a invisible string to which all cells are tied up. So it's an invisible string. Of course, prana is invisible. So it's an invisible string that what I mean say links each and every cell. So wherever there is a I mean to say there is a snap in this communication, wherever there is a disorder, the communication breaks. So allopathy medicines are given or other forms of medicine, but in acupressure particular points, and it re-establishes the communication. So it re-establishes. Who is re-establishing the communication? Acupressure, by putting pressure. Now the most interesting thing is that of all these things, no, most interesting thing is that one is at the gross level, that is the medicine being given. It's a gross level. Whatever medicine, be it liquid form or the medicine, I mean it's a solid form, tablets, capsules, whatever. It's in a gross form. Okay. But this acupressure communication, and if the communication breaks, then re-establishing that communication is at the subtlest level, is at the finest level. Okay. So that is what I was wondering, how beautiful is acupressure, that it, I mean say, it's invisible, it is subtle, okay, and it always rekindles, re-establishes the communication between the cells, because wherever the communication breaks, we have a disorder, and acupressure establishes that communication, rebuilds the communication. So that is how it works, this beautifully, this thing. I thought that this, let us me share with you, my friends. So this is what I, if I something occurs more to us, to me, and if you also find something in this while exploring, so please share with us, and certainly I will come up with other videos if something related to this comes. Thank you. Namaste.